Welcome everyone to Medieval Dynasty. I'm doing a bit of a switch up because fortunately my RimWorld save got corrupted and I lost everything on that. I might be able to try and fix it, but in the meantime I think I'll record some Medieval Dynasty for a nice change of pace, a little bit more relaxing compared to other content. Play a pretty standard game. I'm just going to increase the length of the season by 1 day, so it's 4 days in the season. And it's going to get a slight building limits increase. You can always change that later on, but that'll be a nice start for us to start off with. Everything else could leave pretty much bog standard. Can change that on later on, but I think I'll keep it as much of a vanilla experience as possible. And with that, we'll start.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks, I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
Alright, it's a pretty simple concept of the game. It's just a medieval sandbox survival builder type game. I definitely feel that's pretty pertinent with everything that's gone on in the last couple of years. I know some people have had probably a few harder years than others, but unfortunately I'm still dealing with my own things right now, but with a fresh new start, things get a little nicer, a little better. Now if we start... Alright, it's got to make way down to the Castile. Pick up a few things along the way. I have played this game a bit, but it has been quite some time, and there's been so many changes. I think it'll be a nice thing to go back to. Some sticks. Oh, okay. Let's go down and see what's going on. Valley quite below is quite beautiful. It's such a simple game. It's all these flashing lights and doing crazy stuff. I've always enjoyed farming style games like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, but see a nice, more realistic take onto it. It's quite nice. Because I've always probably preferred a more realistic approach to things than some of the higher fantasies. Probably why I more enjoy the Warhammer style games than D&D. So, got a crow's in, which is pretty nice. Alright. So we're into the first town. Got some goose. Got geese, some cows. Definitely towns are a bit more livelier than the last time I've played. Alright. Jump the fence. Alright. Those eyes, I didn't think I would see them again. One blue in the sky and the other black as a lump of coal. That's fine. My grandmother used to describe them the exact same way. So you're not a ghost. Good. For a second there I thought I lost it. Ha, but your eyes. They look just like him. Sorry, you must have mistaken me with someone. I'm new to this part, arrived in at the valley. Actually, my name is Ransomir. I'm Wanda's son, aren't you? The Jordan's nephew. How did you know my mother? Not really, I knew her. Didn't really actually meet. He wanted to keep his family separate. Oh, I don't think I understand. You will wait. What do you mean by did? I know her. Is she well? I hope she is now. Wherever that might be. I've lost both my parents in the war. Damn this world. So I guess we must be cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. It's okay. They've died so I could live. I had planned to make the best of my life in order to honor their sacrifice. He did say he was the oldest, replying that he has other siblings. If it were trivia, I'm sure they would be proud of hearing that. My Uncle Jordan. I actually came here looking for him. Sorry, it's a long weekend because people are shooting up and down the street making noise. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your Uncle Jordan is no longer with us. Passed away 3 years ago. I'm sorry. I understand how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. So that's it. I'm the only one left. Don't have to say that. Hey, look at me. The valley is filled with warm-hearted people who can gladly eat you whatever you need, and I'm one of them. So what can I do now? You're free to do whatever you like and start a new life. I hereby grant you permission of the Castellan to build and farm on any unutilized land in the valley. Construct yourself a home and see what comes next to you. You can even build a whole village if you please. There are many travelers passing through. Maybe someone would like to join your settlement. Just about I could take the land free of charge. You have to pay tax to the king annually. But apart from that, you're free to do as you please, as long as you don't break the law, of course. At least you don't get caught doing so. That sounds amazing. It looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate is in store for me. Glad to hear that you can find resources over the land, grab a few rocks, sticks, craft yourself a simple axe. Really cut them to trees, cut them in logs, when hammered, Christian building the process, you'll get a hang of it. Put yourself a home, come back to Skosovia and talk to my wife, Deborgina. I don't know. She managed the tavern. Ask her to feed you, might be famished, and grab some beer for both of us, and come back. I'll tell you stories about Jordan. Alright. With that, off for mission to start building our own place. So use stone and sticks, making my axe. And let's go over some more sticks. Cut down some trees. So that way we can start getting some wood. Check the... Oh, we're almost at weight. Oops, over that. Collect some reeds, nice and light, and I'll do that to build thatch. Oh, I hear little ducks quacking away. I always make me complain with this game earlier on, is it always felt so empty, but definitely adding more animals, looks like more people running around, definitely feels a bit more lively. Oh, and I need a wooden hammer. This is the map. So I know there's a mine up there, easy to get some metals. And this would be a fairly good spot for us to set up camp. It's kind of in the middle of everything, not too close to one thing or another. Yeah, that's nice ducks. This game has really come a long way. Ooh, got some mushrooms. Quite nice, quite relaxing. Oop, lynx. Some more crows. That's kind of annoying after adding all the extra pop-ups for all the hunting areas. I mean, it is kind of nice to know where things are, but... Oh. Off they go. Probably go a bit more. I guess why I kind of fell out of D&D. I mean, I still, it's a good system. 5e, it's very easy to get into. And especially coming from a 3.5 background, I definitely find it's a lot easier, more streamlined, which is nice. But I always find it ends up being a colossal arms race between players, dungeon masters, and it's too easy to just kind of hand wave magical fix everything that's going on. I'll go a bit further in. Starting to look a pretty nice area to camp in. With the Warhammer setting, I find it's much. It's more grim dark. It's a kind of systems I do like to play a bit more. Has more feel, more impact. So with D&D, I mean. There's nothing worse than running a game and you set up a big bad evil boss, make them threatening, and then all of a sudden, oh, your players just go supernova, take them out in a turn or two, and never really land too much of a doesn't do too much. It's kind of always a bit of a letdown. What was that? I'm definitely fine with Warhammer. It's much easier. It's taking players take the game a lot more serious. You know, if you're only taking 1 or 2 hits and your characters are almost dying, it's a bit nicer. They can't just overload on magic items, magic spells, and just kind of heal and get out of the way of everything. Gotta take things a lot more seriously. Actually. Nice babbling brook. Mostly fairly even, lots of trees nearby. I think I'll set up here. This is a nice calm area. Alright, stop building my first house. Oh, too many obstacles. Over, hopefully can. Alright, there we go. Now I can actually start. Oh, there's an overturned cart there. Oh, this is quite different than... Oh, I just gotta build the foundation. Interesting. Some planks. Anything else on this cart? No. Alright, so let's gather up some stones. Now, with the Warhammer... I mean, you can always run into really bad situations where, I mean, luck of the dice, or very, very unluck of the dice, some things can go pretty awry fairly quickly. One of my favorite stories, we were playing, first fight into a dungeon. When the characters were playing a nice witch. I think I was looking at stone, and failed their spellcasting so bad that she accidentally summoned an ice demon. And things got real pretty quick. That was absolutely terrifying. I mean, I had to nerf the creature a bit, just so my, the team members didn't get killed off right away. Oh, you actually got a build frame now, too? Oh, wow. Yeah, but that makes things more terrifying. And also, I know it kind of sucks having limited healing and magic. But it makes your players take things more seriously, be a bit more resourceful, finding mundane solutions for problems. Also, I think nothing worse tension build like killing is having a like playing in 5e. I think of where I kind of lost my way with 5e is that we're having a fight and the fighter got downed and healed back up, and then downed and then healed back up, and that kind of rinsed and repeated several times, and I don't know, it was kind of boring, to be honest. And after that, it's just like, where's the tension? You can't really build tension doing that. Okay, definitely get some water. Like a great example in playing with Warhammer, healing is so restricted. I think there's only what two cults for priests you can get into healing, which isn't much. Out of the 8 or so base, then having one wizard school could I think only heal themselves or have one access to one healing spell, which is really nothing at all. And the rest of it's going to be mundane heal checks and resting. Your guys get banged up pretty bad early on, and all of a sudden they're going to have to go back to town. Spend a day or two healing. They'll have to try and maybe find a doctor if none of them are skilled in healing. Which I know can sometimes kind of slow down the game, but if they walk into if they walk into a dungeon and all of a sudden they're not taking things seriously and they get surrounded or they get jumped, or just bad dice rolling, all of a sudden your tanky frontliner, he's down to 2 or 3 wounds, one more hit, he's going to start taking critical damage. It makes your whole team take the future engagements a lot more seriously. Oh, that's really cool. That is so cool. You can actually upgrade your door, current decorations. Oh, I'm really liking this. I mean, if your party runs into a dungeon and gets too banged up on the first couple encounters, then you can always adjust the encounters later on. Tweak some numbers, drop some enemies, so that way you can keep on going on. But I don't know, just it's so much easier to running sessions as for Warhammer, at least the way I like to play it. And I still have a lot of friends who prefer playing D&D. That's fine. But I know for myself, just doesn't have the bite that I like. Now I have stopped kind of uploading some of the Rogue Trader stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of that fell through with my players. Right now I am working with one of the players from the Rogue Trader, the new players, and another new player who are very interested in playing some of the Fantasy Warhammer. And we have done session 0. We have another session recorded. Just waiting to get a bit more of a build-up of some videos, so that way I can always stream. We have worked out a schedule. We can, record once a week, so hopefully we can maintain that, and we'll have a steady stream of videos once a week, which will be nice. For the few people who watched and liked the Rogue Trader, we can always go back to it at a later time. But I think just for the time being, we'll drop it down to just for the Warhammer Fantasy for the time being. So that's kind of where I'm at with the channel. I'm hoping to get some more things put up. I mean, this is just kind of something I do just for my fun, just for myself. Just really kind of hope I can meet a few people, to talk about things that are hobbies, interests. I do have some other videos planned about some scripted content. More of a thorough and well thought out reason why I prefer the percentile based systems, like the Warhammer, all the Warhammer systems. Also, it's also called Cthulhu, which would be a percentile based system. Alright, now my house is done. Also, I do have a few other hobbies I would like to upload. I have been working on a set of chainmail for the longest time, so I can put up some videos on how to make chainmail. Also, I recently bought some honey. Would love to make a few videos on making some mead. I got a couple of recipes I would love to try. Hopefully film, record, and see how it is. It's a pretty easy hobby to get into, and very few people have ever even tried mead. Has even tried mead. So it could be something you can get into. Unfortunately, once you start, I find it very hard to stop. It's something you want to continuously doing. It doesn't take long. From once you start making it to at least I will start drinking usually within about 2 months. So it's a pretty cheap, easy way. Gets make yourself a few drinks, share it with your friends and family. It's everyone I brought it to is either thought it was alright or actually really preferred drinking it. So get over. Probably just scout the area a little bit. I got my first house built up. I got a few quests I can do quite easily. Now, trap. Oh, I need a few more sticks. Set a rabbit trap. Let's walk along the stream. Let's see what's up around here. Even the beams of sun are actually coming out really nicely. I did find a quick tutorial on the Steam page how to add some shader effects to it to make it a bit darker, because I always found it a little washed out. This definitely makes it a lot more rich. Quite nice. Crow. Oh, some foxes. I don't run into any wolves or boars yet, or the Wessons. The Wessons are brutal. They're just gigantic buffaloes that can murk you pretty easily. Always want to keep an eye out for that. Oh, there's one. Kind of go around them. Oh, and now boars. Fantastic. Actually, I just want to see if I can feel close the cave is to where I set up my camp. Oh, let's be over this. This should be over this ridge next to the town. I know the butchers say there are berries that I can collect, but they're all unripe, so they're not going to be worth anything picking yet. Ooh, a white-tailed eagle. Oh, there it goes. I don't know if they actually have nests on the ground. Oh, there's the mouth of the cave. Now, because we're ready to get some pickaxe, I can start mining out some of the metals out. I do know that you try to get as much metal as you can out per season, because the nodes do respawn. And you don't want to be running out of metal. And it's a good way to get some early money. Just mine it out, sell it, or you can stockpile it and make a ton of metal tools or weapons and sell them off. So hawk. Rabbit. Stone. What we'll do is just get that knife out of the way. Craft a spear. And then just gotta hunt one animal. I do believe if every time you complete a chapter, it actually will increase your building limit. Let's see, look at the management. I can currently have 5 buildings. One, just myself, no taxes. It's a hermitage, but oop, there's a rabbit. Inventory and pick out a spear. Oh, moose. Uh-oh, that's... Hopefully they're not terribly aggressive. near the town. Oh, another town. Yeah, I'm not going to go hunt a moose. Because moose are terrifying. Head back to my home. It's getting pretty dark out. It's nice. Looks like a little fog. Ooh. There goes a bird. Now, I'm not sure how I'll be releasing these videos. I'm not sure if I'll just play one day a season, then post it. Because I feel if a day is gonna be about a half hour, so it'd be a lot to do every single day. So. Just wait. Probably why you're not supposed to wander around in the dark. Completely lost. Oh, there's my home. Alright, and with that, I think I will be done for the day. It's a campfire. Ooh, that's awfully dark. But, add some more lights. What kind of canned decorations can you do for in here? Ooh, look at my... Oh, candlelight. For trophies, candle. It's for unlocking a lot of stuff. With that, I'll call it a day, and thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I know I've been kind of sporadic, but hopefully I'll be making a lot more consistent content, and I would love to hear from you guys on your thoughts about what I'm doing. Alright, take care, and I'll see you next time.